Hello from the 2019 Global Legal Hackathon Finals Gala in New York City. My name is Laurence Colletti. I'm the host for today's show, and the time is ticking down. It's getting very close to the Hackathon Awards being given here. There will be a winner, and we're all going to know who it is very soon. But before that happens, I am talking with VIZ.LAW, who is all the way from Berlin, Germany. And I know that maybe they live in different places in Germany, but they met in Berlin. And so we're going to go around and introduce the team here one at a time. And per the normal here at the Hackathon, we'll start to my left. We'll start with Jakub. Jacob, which do you prefer?
Jacob. Jacob is more international.
All right. Well, Jacob, tell us about yourself. Where do you work? What do you do?
That's a good question. I don't have a fixed place where I live. I just came from 6 months in China. So I flew in to here from Shanghai. And I'm going to continue to Germany. So it's hard buying tickets, because it's more expensive, by round trips. Back at home, I'm not a lawyer yet. I studied law. I have a master's degree in law. But what really interests me is, the programming aspect, the digitalization of law. So both my parents are software engineers. So it's kind of in my blood that I also do software engineering. So this is the perfect event in a way for me because it puts legal stuff together with the tech stuff, legal tech.
And what was your role in the team?
I was doing the front end design. So basically this the visualization of the data, like this thing that you can wobble around, which is kind of the signature of our tool. This was what I implemented.
Okay, and Henning.
Yeah, hi. I'm working as a legal research assistant in Berlin, and I'm also a PhD student there. And what is my role in the team? Well, I pitched the first idea in the Berlin hackathon, and that was the point where everything began. And we found it all together there at the Berlin Legal Hackathon. And we are kind of I would call it democratic organization. We don't really have these strict role for someone. We are deciding the questions together, and everyone has his certain specific role depending on the certain tasks to do. So, but I'm not a developer. I'm a lawyer by training, but I'm kind of have the understanding for the question that how could we develop certain challenges and solve these challenges by developing. Yeah.
Okay, and Pierre.
Hi, I'm Pierre. I'm a freelance software developer. I did my first 10 years of work at the Commerzbank in Germany, the second biggest bank, and then I become a freelancer. I'm actually not from Berlin. I live in Dresden, which is in the eastern part of Germany, south to Berlin. And my cousin brought me to the legal tech scene, which we were talking about 2 or 3 years beforehand. And he just asked me, Pierre, we do the third legal hackathon. I'm attending, so my cousin. And he just asked if I would like to attend. And my role in the team is I am part of the developers, and my role was more or less the infrastructure part, so the backend side where we're running on, and that's me.
All right, and Lisa.
Hi, I'm based in Karlsruhe, Germany, and I'm a PhD student in law, but I also have a degree in business informatics. So I would call myself a legal engineer, which is kind of what I'm doing in our team as well. Like I'm trying to be the interface between the business and the IT and the legal content part. So I'm on the one hand, what I was doing in the past month, I was kind of trying to keep an eye on CI and the business model and financing and acquisition of sponsors, but I was also trying to get more into the technical details. So I'm kind of like in the interface of both worlds.
And where'd you say you're from again?
Karlsruhe, which is in the southern part of Germany.
Okay, gotcha. All right, Sebastian.
Berlin speaking. I'm working for the Federation of German Consumer Organizations as a policy officer for the model case procedure. That's a term that's probably not known in the US. It's part of the new collective redress system in Germany. So I'm organizing the lawsuit against Volkswagen in course of the Dieselgate. And I'm in the legal tech scene for some years, because before I worked in the field for the German Bar Association. And so I came to that hackathon because all the years before I only attended the conferences, and now I wanted to do some practical work. And well, I had some good luck to join this amazing team that won the hackathon. And my role is kind of asking critical questions and pushing decisions and bringing some cookies. And now we'll see how the roads in the future, being a more professional business, will develop.
Now, do you buy those cookies or make those cookies?
In fact, I can cook, but I'm not good at baking.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. All right. Well, last but not least, Marcel.
Yeah, I lived my whole life in Berlin, and I'm a software engineer, and I made legal tech before the word exists. I'm working in a company who works for law firms and made individual software. And so I worked there for more than 10 years. And my role in the team is mostly the back-end development, the handling with a lot of data, and to support the user interface. And yeah, that's my role.
All right, well, it sounds like a pretty diverse background for everybody. So it's democratically run, apparently, but who came up with the idea originally?
Well, we were at the Berlin Legal Hackathon, and at first we did some brainstorming, and I was moderating the group called Navigating Legal Complexity, and there the first idea developed, and afterwards I took the chance to make a pitch on this idea in the podium, and one by one we came together to this team of amazing 9 people with diverse backgrounds and everything. Everyone is quite excited about the idea of visualizing legal data to navigate legal complexity. That's where it started in Berlin.
So from then to now, how exciting has it been to watch your idea, take all these different versions and gradually, slowly but surely piece together into what it is today? How fun has that been?
Pretty fun.
Yeah, of course, a lot of fun.
Yeah, especially from my perspective. I was never except from the from the chats and talking to my cousin who studied what is it? Business laws. I have a financial background, working in the bank for 10 years, trading stuff, a bit of legal reporting also for the German authorities. But that's the first time I got in touch with the legal tech, like really executing the legal tech idea and working on it with the team. So that's pretty amazing. First, the progression from February, from the Berlin Legal Tech Hackathon until now in New York at the finale. And meeting the guys, the backgrounds, Jakub working in China, Marcel as a CTO of a company, and that's pretty amazing.
You asked what is fun about this project. I think the most fun about this is it looks really cool. Okay, like if you look at these visualizations and you start wobbling around and playing around with it, it's just really cool. I mean, there's a lot of projects going on, and all of them are adding value to the legal tech scene, right? But I think this is kind of like work, right? But we don't have to treat it like work. We can treat it like fun, like a fun project, and that's I think for me it's the most important part, the one that drives me forward most. That is that in the end we create something that's cool, right?
And there's a lot of creativity in it, so we can exchange ideas, work on these ideas, and we can really create a product that is visible, like a visualization, and that's I think one of the main part that is fun.
So in preparation for all these interviews we're doing today, I read about the products and services being designed. And so I have to say that yours is the one that had the most difficulty understanding in terms of its concept. So I'm hoping that in the next series of explanations, I'll be able to visualize said product. So I think you guys see where I'm going there. But who wants to tell me about what this product does and what problem it solves?
Just one sentence. It reminds me of a saying about films. It's so hard to explain a film because it's so easy to understand it. That's that really fits to our idea, because when you see it, you understand it, but it's really hard to explain it in words only.
So what we're doing is we're taking court decisions, which are referencing each other, putting them into a mind map-like network. So what the human brain can easily process is a network of information which shows intuitively how information is interconnected. So when you're typing in a search phrase, for example, like diesel or Volkswagen or whatever information you're looking on, you get not a list of results, which would be the usual process, but in our product, you get a network of every court decision that is somehow connected to that search phrase. So you can open up the decision, it's kind of a node in the network. You get all the contents of that court decision. You can save it in a favorite list and add it to your collection of relevant data for your court case, and you can print it out in the end. So we're getting into a part of the legal research process and trying to make it more intuitive, more easy to grasp the complexity of information that's out there. So that's the reference implementation. But what we can actually do is we can adapt that reference implementation to any kind of information that is connected. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And the nice side effect, the fun side effect of that is that it's actually kind of nice and fun to play around with those decisions. So in our product, you have a workspace, you have a dashboard of all the court cases that are related to the search phrase you put in, and you can organize them any way you like. Like if you want to have your favorite decisions in the top left corner, you can just put them there, and it's easy for everyone to just adapt their workspace to however they like to be working.
So who's the customer? Have you guys, I mean, I'm trying to connect myself with the service it provides. Who's the likely customer?
In fact, it's every legal professional is a customer, because everyone who's doing research on legal information could use this tool. And right now, in our reference implementation, we provide case law, court decisions, but we could also display other kinds of information. So we have got a really broad field of possible consumers, clients, like prosecutors, lawyers, judges, paralegals, whatever.
So I think it might be helpful if I had a kind of a case study, like an example, so kind of walk me through sort of end to end. I think that would help our listeners kind of connect the dots with the program that you guys have put together.
Okay, imagine you're a lawyer and doing some research in order to find information to support your argumentation in a certain law case. So you would look for case law. You would look for decisions that support your argumentation. And when searching for it, the results will be displayed in a network, and the biggest dots in the lightest red are the most important cases. So you would look for them first and then see which other cases do they cite. So you can easily get an argumentation with like 3 or 4 or 5 cases that supports your point of view. That's a typical use case in our first implementation.
All right. Well, I just have one last question for you as we're winding things down here at the Gala. If our listeners, they want to follow up, contact you guys, learn more about the product that you've worked so hard to create, how can they find you? Who wants to go first?
Yeah, well, they can find us on VIZ.LAW.de. So like without a dot, just VIZ.LAW.de. That's our website, and there you can try a demo and get our contact.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. So we've reached the end of our production here for today. We're wrapping things up, getting near the end of the hackathon here. But I want to say thank you all for joining us. I know it's getting late in the evening, so I appreciate you guys making time, especially because we're cutting into your party time here in New York City. But anyway, thank you guys. Thank you to our listeners for tuning in. It's been a wonderful experience out here. And we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. So if you like what you heard, please find us first and then subscribe, rate, and review us in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or your favorite podcasting app. I'm Laurence Colletti signing off from the 2019 Global Legal Hackathon Finals Gala. Until next time, thank you for listening.
If you'd like more information about what you've heard today, please visit LegalTalkNetwork.com. Subscribe via iTunes and RSS. Find us on Twitter and Facebook, or download our free Legal Talk Network app in Google Play and iTunes. The views expressed by the participants of this program are their own and do not represent the views of, nor are they endorsed by, Legal Talk Network, its officers, directors, employees, agents, representatives, shareholders, and subsidiaries. None of the content should be considered legal advice. As always, consult a lawyer.